golden era was over for the day. But the intrusive state control didn't end here.
All the travel guides to Turkmenistan warn that all the rooms are bugged, so we've got to be very careful what we say in here.
I decided to stay in and watch television.
If you don't speak Turkmen, the TV channels pretty much all look the same. Apparently there's a slight difference, some more culture on one, some more youth on the other, but what really makes them undistinguishable to me is this little icon here on the right-hand corner, the head of the president.
I said I wanted to visit the Caspian Sea as an excuse to get to the heartland of the oil and gas region. On the road there's no let-up from the gaze of the president. Our car is continually stopped and checked. There's another checkpoint, huh? Do we have to check, show our papers, passports?
Passports.
There's another one coming up.
The road is lined with quotations from the Ruhnama demanding an end to bribery and corruption. But at one checkpoint we had to pay to be let through. Finally, we reached the country's western oil region. The Russians were the first to strike oil here, and they were reluctant to let the place go. It's full of nodding donkeys. There might not be free speech, but one thing is practically free.
If you fill up a whole car, how much does it cost?
It's about $20, $1.
$1 for a tank full of petrol.
If the tank is fit for the issues.
But hardly anyone can afford cars. The endless roads are virtually empty.
What, is this the smell of oil or gas?
Yes.
This is gas smell.
It's oil and gas that keeps Turkmenbashi in power. This is one of the largest oil and gas refineries in Central Asia. Official statistics are state secrets, but some estimates say Turkmenistan has the fourth largest reserve of natural gas in the world. In the far west of the country, the road ends in a city renamed after the president himself.
Good. Turkmenbashi.
The Caspian Sea holds some of the world's largest untapped oil reserves. The countries surrounding it are yet to agree on exploration rights. If he can gain control, Turkmenbashi will get even more money and more power. The end of our tour neared, and I'd hardly spoken to anyone. After the harbour visit, we sneaked off for a beach walk alone.
This stretch of beach used to be lined by holiday homes, dachas and cottages. They've all been destroyed by presidential decree to make room for new development. In fact, the only thing left standing is the presidential home on that tip of land over there.
The only remnant of the resort is this old padalo. With no minder around, a fisherman talked to us. He told us the padalo still worked.
А что произошло с поселком?
Убрали, вот отель построили, убрали.
А почему?
Ну, здесь уже курортное место, наверное, будет.
Было лучше там.
На жизнь хватает, я говорю. Никто ничего не говорит. Не жалуемся, да?
Since people were worried to appear on camera, we spoke to our taxi driver without showing his face.
What do you mean it's hard? There's no work. I thought there was lots of work here. No, everyone is selling their cars. There's no work. I sew trousers and shirts. There's no work.
He told us that people who had their homes destroyed often received no compensation.
There's no ownership. Everything belongs to the state. Me too, I belong to the state. It's tough. What you see on TV or hear on radio tells you nothing.
Back at the hotel, I saw that Turkmenbashi had gone abroad.
The big news today is that the president is visiting China. The two countries have just signed a deal over energy supplies.
The country's vast oil and gas reserves mean everyone is wooing Turkmenbashi. Faced with increasing international competition for energy supplies, the European Parliament is considering dropping its trade boycott with Turkmenistan. It believes the best way to deal with Turkmenbashi is to engage with him, but many call that acceptance of his regime. They want to see real change before contact is made. There is clearly a world of difference between the president's gleaming golden era and the harsh reality of daily life for his citizens. Bridging that gulf is likely to prove impossible.